Imagine a quiet little town in the early 1920s, the kind of place where everyone knows everyone. In the town of Ziembice, which was then part of Germany and called Münsterberg, there was one man everyone seemed to love. His name was Karl Denke. He was a kind, elderly gentleman, known affectionately as Papa Denke. He played the organ at the local church. He was always ready to help his neighbors, and he even offered a warm meal and a place to stay for any traveler or homeless person who passed through. He was, by all accounts, a pillar of the community, a true good Samaritan. But sometimes the kindest faces hide the darkest secrets. Travelers and vagrants had been disappearing from the area for a few years. But in post-World War I Germany, people moving around, looking for work, and sometimes just vanishing. Well, it wasn't that unusual. No one connected the dots. No one suspected a thing. Why would they? Papa Denke was always there with his warm smile and a helping hand. Then came December 21st, 1924. A man named Vincenz Olivier came screaming out of Denke's apartment covered in blood. He flagged down a coachman, frantically explaining that Papa Denke had just attacked him with an axe. The police were called, but they were skeptical. Papa Denke, the gentle old man, attacking someone it seemed impossible. They even let Denke go initially, telling Olivier he was probably just imagining things. But Olivier insisted, showing them the deep gash on his scalp. Reluctantly, the police brought Denke in for questioning. While in his holding cell, awaiting his turn to tell his side of the story, Karl Denke did something no one expected. He hanged himself. The police were baffled. Why would an innocent man do that? They decided to search his apartment, probably expecting to find some minor oddity that would explain his bizarre behavior. What they found instead was a scene from a literal nightmare. The small, unassuming apartment was a human butcher shop. There were vats filled with curing salts containing human flesh. They found pots on the stove with what appeared to be a human-based stew. Bones were piled up neatly. They found neatly prepared jars of pickled human meat. They even found a ledger, a chillingly detailed book where Denke had recorded the names and details of at least 30 people he had murdered and processed. But the horror didn't stop there. Remember how I said Papa Denke was a beloved member of the community? For years, he had run a little side business. On the local market, he was famous for selling what he claimed was pickled pork. He sold it to his unsuspecting neighbors, his friends, the very people who called him Papa. They had been buying and eating his victims without ever knowing. The kind old man who played the church organ was not just a murderer, he was a cannibal who had turned his entire town into unwitting participants in his grotesque crimes. He became known as the Cannibal of Ziembice, and to this day his motive remains a complete mystery, buried with him in the dark secrets of his quiet